You are worthy of a great love story. If you're struggling with dating, I've got you. With wide open arms, determined to lift your spirits. Welcome to Dating Solidarity. I'm Juliet Catton, a companion while looking for your companion. I know how hard it is, and I know exactly what will help. After dating for nearly a decade, I completely shifted my approach and everything changed for the better. Within weeks, I met my fiancé. Now it's time for you to meet your person. Let's dive in. Today's episode is the best dating advice you'll ever receive. It's a bold claim, but I back it 100%. Number 1, never go on a date again. Instead, go and chat to someone at a bus stop. I mean this figuratively. What I mean is, every time you go on a date, tell your mind and body that this is not a date. It is simply spending a little bit of time having a chat while you wait for something wonderful. If they surprise you and are something wonderful, absolutely bloody fantastic. But to be in the energy of, this is just a bit of company while I wait for my person. The less you think that they are your person or could be your person, the more relaxed you are, the more you're able to just see them as a human being who you can be curious about. Because they don't have to be for you, they can simply be before you, as in front of you. During the date or a few dates later, they may well slip off their fellow person at a bus stop disguise and shout, "Surprise! I'm actually the love of your life." But until then, regard them with the neutral ease of a fellow passenger heading to the same destination. Number 2, it is not defeatist to be realistic. It is liberating. I was shackled by an oppressive desperation that every date I went on had to be my last ever first date because I was sick of looking. This entitled, exhausted, impatient, desperado energy served absolutely no one. Being hopeful and optimistic are great qualities in general life, but they can be counterproductive in dating. They get in the way and they muddy the waters. Keep the waters crystal clear by expecting nothing more than a brief interlude with a person you'll spend a short amount of time with. They are unlikely to be the delicious human whose lips you'll kiss on Christmas Day. The likelihood is they are not your person at all. Expect this and allow yourself to be bowled over if it goes really well. It's the ultimate case of under-promise and over-deliver. Keep your expectations low and your friendly curiosity high. Number 3, approach them like a pal. Passion and desire can happen if the synergy is there, but friendship is the foundation of every good connection. Talking soul to soul, person to person is so much more limitless than flirting. Start there. Flirting can come later if the soul connection is good, but if you connect as two human beings first, anything can build. If you start with flirting, you're missing a golden opportunity to actually get to know each other. Have you watched Off Campus? Sex can be so much more gratifying when two people really like each other's minds as well as their bodies. Number 4, every date is an opportunity to learn something new. What are the questions you would love to ask romantic partners but never dare? Ask those questions. Enrich your understanding of the way different people think and experience life. This allows you to be curious instead of vulnerable, cheerfully indifferent instead of tremulously hopeful. This has so many positives. It makes you a zillion times more attractive because you don't have pick-me energy or I'm absolutely crushed, I don't fancy you energy. It allows you to quieten the loud voices of expectation and disappointment and simply chat to someone. This is just someone to have a natter with in your long and fabulous life. If you knew that love is coming, racing towards you with wide open sexy arms and a huge happy grin, every date could simply be a chance to learn something novel, an opportunity to practice relaxing comfortably whilst having a nice chat with someone who's also looking for love. Number 5, utilise the common ground. You share one vital similarity with every single person you date. You're both dating, you're both navigating the same world, but potentially having very different experiences. Make the most of this opportunity to ask them how they're finding it. Share stories. The way someone talks about their experiences is such a valuable insight into how they operate. If they talk negatively about others, that's really useful information. If they can be open and vulnerable, that's really good to know. Dating is information gathering. You're an anthropologist who gets to have a nice cold pint of beer or a bloody good glass of wine or an exceptionally tasty ice cream as you learn, as you gather information and expand your understanding of other people, other cultures, other perspectives, other lived experiences. Dating puts you in the same boat, but your unique sailing experiences, for another metaphor, might influence the way each other travels onwards. You might say something that ends up benefiting someone you'll never even meet. We never know the full extent of our influence on others. Every moment of friendly human connection can become meaningful in the wider world. Number 6, lower the stakes. I was doing some market research recently and listened to Matthew Hussey's podcast. In one of his episodes, he had a psychologist on, whose advice I found quite jarring. It seemed so far removed from the reality of dating. His advice was this: preparation matters. Figure out what you're going to wear. Scout out the location so you can say, I know how that operates now. I know a good place to sit. That place has a lot of cobblestone, so I have to think about the different level of heel. Heels, man. Come on, it's 2026. This riled me because it paints the woman as a passive recipient of a man's choices, doing all this extra labour and preparation and having no authority. Obviously, that irked me. But his main point is that being physically and psychologically prepared would make you feel more in control. My advice is the absolute opposite. The aim is not to feel more in control, it's to lower the stakes so you can actually relax. Whether you date 3 times a week or once in a blue moon, my advice is the same. Lower the stakes. If you invest a lot of preparation, it makes the date feel too important. The more we put in, the more we expect to get out, and dating doesn't work like that. There's either lovely synergy or there isn't. And the more you invest before actually meeting, the more pissed off you are when you arrive and instantly get the ick. To protect yourself from over-investing, just wear clothes that make you feel comfortable and relaxed. And focus on this being a low-stakes chat where the chance of mutual attraction and long-term compatibility is low, and that's okay. Because love is coming. This is just a date, not the date. Not a chance to prove yourself. Not a chance to impress, seduce, beguile. Not a chance to dehumanize someone just because you're not attracted to them. Just 2 people sharing space for a short period of time while they wait for the bus. Number 7, meet somewhere you want to go anyway. Rather than scouting out a location in advance, do something you'll enjoy regardless of the company. Discuss what you both like and do that. Or suggest something you know you'll enjoy and do that. I hated dating, but I very much like having a pint, drinking a nice wine or sipping a margarita, devouring a cake or having ice cream. I wish I'd reframed dates as a chance to do a nice thing I always enjoy with someone who also happens to be looking for love. Not expecting to find it in each other, not needing to, just getting to do the tasty thing alongside another person. Number 8, keep the act of dating separate from your feelings about love. Keep stoking the fires of hope. Keep your vision of love alive and glorious. Keep writing your invitations to love with your beautiful open heart. But keep those essential tender practices separate from dating itself. This allows you to stay connected to what you're looking for. It keeps you in the vibration of love. It keeps your standards beautifully high. It keeps you aligned to what will serve your highest good, whilst also taking all of the pressure off this date, this day, this person, this moment being the launch pad to your future joy. And it enables them to just be human, not a superhero who will valiantly lift you out of the dating soup and plop you down in the security of holy matrimony. Making each date a low-key encounter enables you to be fully yourself. Not an excited puppy, I certainly was. Not a horny goat, yes, guilty. Or a sourpuss, very guilty. It allows you to be who you are, an interesting, delightful person who is looking for love. Inviting love and passion and friendship into your life, but not expecting it immediately, not needing it to be now. Trusting and knowing it is yours. Trusting and knowing it is coming towards you, just as you are moving towards it. but not demanding it happen on a particular timeline. Trusting that the timeline will be right for your personal journey. Number 9, do not sell, do not buy. A date is not a sales pitch and it is not an interview. I fell into this trap every time. If I fancied them, I would coquettishly pitch myself, touching thighs, fluttering eyelashes, laughing too generously, trying to make them like me, want me, choose me. If I didn't feel an instant attraction, I would ask endless questions like an interviewer screening a candidate, often feeling more defeated, disinterested and depressed as time wore on. Neither of you is the recruiter or the interviewee. You are just two people in the same position, meeting someone you've never met before. For things to progress to a second date, there needs to be mutual attraction, mutual curiosity and mutual enthusiasm. Don't spend the date evaluating this. You can do that later. Spend the date chatting to someone with the calm curiosity you would in a non-date scenario. If you're analysing the moment, you're not in the moment. Number 10, if you're going to overthink the positives. The outcome of each date is not in our hands, and it's natural to feel frustrated by that. But there is little to be gained by feeling bitter when love is taking its sweet time. Feelings of impatience are valid, of course they are, but they don't improve things. Instead, why don't you place your attention on overthinking things that make you feel good? As a very anxious person, I have spent far too much of my precious time on this planet imagining worst case scenarios. It's draining and it is not fun. But the opposite is always available. We just need to remind ourselves that in any moment we have the power to replace fearful what-ifs with positive alternatives. Whenever my brain gets stuck focusing on unhelpful things like, what if I can't sleep and I'm exhausted tomorrow? What if I'm seriously ill? What if something bad happens to someone I love? I try to gently encourage myself to do a positive switcheroo. What if I fall asleep at some point and wake up feeling refreshed? What if my body is working miracles all the time and I live a long, happy, healthy life? What if great things happen to the people I love and we're eating cake together at a party in 50 years? Replacing anxious or resentful what-ifs with positives for your life as a whole helps to take the pressure off each individual date. When you feel held by the bigger picture, you can rock up to each encounter feeling much more grounded and comfortable without the heavy weight of expectation. So let's overthink some lovely dating thoughts together. Ready? Okay. What if I meet someone so wonderful they make every second of waiting worth it? What if everyone I date enhances my life in some way? What if every single moment of my life is shaping me in ways I will be grateful for? What if I can trust the timing of my life? What if there's a future version of me yelling back in time that it's all okay, more than okay, absolutely bloody brilliant? I saw something really lovely on Instagram today. There was beautiful art by Natasha Chomko at Postwook with accompanying audio by an unknown author. It said, I did try to find the author, but I couldn't find them. It said, if you are going to overthink, then overthink the positives. Overthink the best outcome. Overthink how good this life could be. Overthink how peaceful it would feel if things slowly, quietly worked out. Oh, love that. Why not make that your plan for the next 2 weeks? Overthink the positives for the macro plan of your life and let the micro moments unfold without expectation. Because the less we try to control things, the more room we create to be surprised, to be enchanted, to be delighted. Thank you so much for listening. I'm currently working on something really exciting. I'm designing a dating care package that I will send you. Just make sure you're ready to receive it by being signed up to my newsletter at datingsolidarity.com or on Substack. Either way, it will come to you when it's ready. Share this podcast with anyone you know who's dating and needs a boost, and follow me on Instagram at Dating Solidarity. Wishing you a really great week, overthinking the positives. See you in a couple of weeks. Bye.